work brings me to Mumbai city, and Amchi Mumbai, we have to talk Mumbai elections because the Mahapaur or the mayor has not yet been elected. So chunav to ho gaye, but siyasat ab bhi jari hai. So there is something in the mix and keep things interesting. Devendra Fadnavis right now in Davos will be getting back, and perhaps at that time it will all settle in. There is this entire tiff between Shiv Sena, Uddhav Thackeray and Shiv Sena Shinde or the Shiv Sena that kuch bhi ho Shinde ka aadmi nahi banne denge. Now, how much of that is possible? What are the wheels within wheels? And what is the Uddhav faction actually hinting at? Where are the Pawars in all of this? Where is Ajit Pawar in all of this? And eventually, what does the BJP actually want? Does it want to keep this all diffused like this, or eventually it will all gravitate towards the Mahayuti? Lots to talk about. The BJP that emerged as the single largest party with 89 seats in the 227-member House still falls short of the 114 needed to elect a mayor on its own, and is dependent on the Shiv Sena, its ally, to bridge this entire gap. Now, together the Mahayuti partners command 118 seats. Yet, the question of who will occupy the mayor's chair and for how long remains unsolved. Now, alliance negotiations are expected to drag on, with Eknath Shinde not very keen on not only securing the mayor's post but for a fixed tenure, but also gaining control over key civic committees that wield significant influence over Mumbai's finances and governance. Now, this is not a tiff with the BJP. This is about saying who controls Mumbai within the Sena and weaken the Thackeray's hold in Mumbai itself. So that's where the fight lies. Now, publicly, however, the Shiv Sena has downplayed the political implications, insisting that the hotel stay is part of a pre-planned 3-day workshop focused on orientation and training. Then why get them signed on the affidavit and legalize, and also clearly the election of these corporators on the Shiv Sena stamp within about 72 hours? Generally, it doesn't happen with such speed and such alacrity if there was no concern of poaching. Now, Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis has also sought to diffuse the speculation, asserting that Mumbai will have a consensus Mahayuti mayor and dismissing allegations of horse trading. He said alliance leaders would meet to jointly decide who would become the mayor for what duration. Reports suggest that Sena is pushing for mayor's post for 2.5 years, after which the BJP would take over for the remainder of the term. Now, from the opposition benches, Shiv Sena, Uddhav Thackeray faction and Uddhav Thackeray themselves have criticized this hotel move, calling it a sign of nervousness and warning that it could trigger defections, as several Shinde ticket corporators were originally from his faction. He went on to describe BJP's victory as hollow. Raj Thackre's Maharashtra Navnirman Sena or Manse, MNS, reacting to its disappointing performance, urging its elected corporators to use civic institutions to counter what is termed money power politics. The Congress, meanwhile, is grappling with internal discord, issuing notices to leaders over anti-party remarks and witnessing resignations by senior functionaries. Now, ultimately, despite the Mahayuti's numerical edge, the mayor's chair remains a matter of negotiation. Public displays of unity continue to be played out alongside private bargaining and, of course, back-channel talk. Andar khane kya kya chal raha hai, if I were to quote Sanjay Raut while he was speaking with News 18 India. Now, underscoring an alliance still navigating a fragile post-poll phase rather than finalizing clear and settled power-sharing arrangement. Now, Devendra Fadnavis spoke exclusively with Network 18 at Davos. He rejected any division in the Mahayuti alliance.
There are reports that Shinde Sena has demanded that the mayor's post for 2.5 years. Any stance on that?
I'll say that these are all rumors. We are good with each other. We have no problems. We have fought the election together. And I'm very sure that once I go back to Mumbai, we'll sit and decide who will be the mayor and who else will get what post. There's no conflict.
Let me add to the rumor mills that Uddhav Thackeray and you are in calls, or he has called you, or you have taken his call or not, I don't know.
These are all rumors. You see, our alliance is very strong, and for a post of a mayor or for any small or big post, we'll not be fighting because people have given us mandate. So nobody will like us to fight on some post. We'll not do that.
Right. So Devendra Fadnavis actually saying all is well while he was speaking to Chandra there. With me is Aarti Pugaonkar, who is the spokesperson of the BJP, Susiben Shah, spokesperson of Shiv Sena Shinde faction, Akhil Chitre, spokesperson of Shiv Sena.
It is Shiv Sena.
Mahesh Chavan, spokesperson NCP AP. I was trying to be a nice, gracious host. You can insist on Shiv Sena here and Shiv Sena there.
We are Shiv Sena.
Okay, Shiv Sena and Ubata. So Shiv Sena Shinde faction and Ubata Shiv Sena. Okay, however we want to balance it. My namaste to everybody. आप सबको नववर्ष की बहुत-बहुत शुभकामनाएं. Now, Akhil ji, what's going on here? Let's start with you.
Whatever you try and call Shiv Sena Uddhav Balasaheb Thackeray, it does not matter because if you see what kind of vote sharing we have got, I may proudly say over here right now that we are the only political outfit, the only political party in Maharashtra which really and truly went out with our model of development. We went out saying what we have done for Mumbai, and no other party was into it. If we talk about any, I don't want to name any parties because the election is over now. The people have already made their judgment. They were on Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, Isai, Jat, Dharm, and you know who they were. Yeah. Khan Mahapourach honar, amko honar, tamko honar. And those people who are talking about Khan Mahapour honar, if you see their constituency and just read through it, Andheri constituency, Mr. Amit Satam comes from, only 2 seats he achieved, which he leads. And rest 5 seats which have come, they are from Shiv Sena, Uddhav Balasaheb Thackeray and Congress. What have they achieved?
See,
so basically, people
what.
have answered them. Okay. And let me tell you one more thing. If you you must have gone through the polls, exit polls. The day voting was done, from evening it was 160 plus. 150 plus on all the channels. Next day it was even the ballot boxes were not opened, and on all news television channels it was 135 plus, 140 plus. This is the way they were trying to set the agenda.
We did
and
no. One way, you say all, so I have to take exception. Show us one time a poll of polls, exit polls. What the pollsters predicted is one part. On the day of the election, at least on the News 18 network, it was never shown
news
150. So when you say all channels, I will stand up for us. The other point is, okay, you are saying whatever, you have 165. How many did you have the last time?
Pardon me?
How many did you have the last time?
It was not about us. It was about the opponents who were showing 165.
I am asking you, how many did you have?
86.
86. Right. Out of how many seats that you contested?
86, it was out of 151.
151. This time, how many seats did you contest?
163.
160. You contested more seats, but you won less. You won less. And this is the time when something that the passing of Balasaheb did not happen, did not engineer. This time, the fight for survival engineered. What was it? You know very clearly. The two brothers coming together. Correct. Despite them combining forces in Mumbai, you struggle to get up to 70 seats. Right. You don't even have a 50% strike rate in Mumbai. Now, you may call whatever they are, fault them, but you also have to look within and say, oh, we didn't do something right.
So, again, I'll answer you that. So, you're talking about history now, because you have gone to history now of 2017. You need to understand that Shiv Sena was united that time. There was no factions that time. It was a united, undivided Shiv Sena. Even after our 54 corporators on record, 54 corporators have gone with the faction which has broken apart with us. Still, they have achieved only 29 out of those 54. And we losing, and please don't interrupt me, I'm not interrupting you. When you will talk, I will not interrupt. So when 54, they achieved only 29. And we, after losing 54, coming up with new contestants, we have still achieved 65.
So clearly, you are also some way, it's a backhanded compliment for Eknath Shinde that he is a force to reckon with. Look at what they have achieved in Thane.
No, they have just broken part. Out of 54, they have just achieved 29.
Look at what they have achieved in Thane. And the fact is that Mandse coming to combine forces, the Thackeray Bandhus coming together, all of that did not actually materialize for you. But Mahesh Chavan, where is the NCP in all of this? The family coming together, सब लोग आप लोग सब कहते हैं, you know, the opposition keeps saying देवेंद्र फडणवीस पार्टी तोड़ते हैं, यहाँ तो इस चुनाव में सबको जोड़ दिया इन्होंने, यहाँ ठाकरे जुड़ गए, वहाँ पवार जुड़ गए.
As far as Mumbai is concerned, last elections, 2017 elections, we had only 9 elected candidates. So thanks to BJP, this time it went with Ajit Dada Pawar after the split. So including Rakhi Zadov, who left last moment. So we didn't have anybody to contest. We contested 11 and we won 1 seat only. So this is how it is. So basically, thanks to BJP for everything, even for this Marathi or non-Marathi I'll tell you something. Last July, BJP attempted to impose Hindi as the third language in schools, right from first standard. This is where Thakre's got an opportunity to get united, and that is how they are united. And this is where it started: Marathi, non-Marathi, Marathi, Hindi. And not only this, polarization is based on all these things, and religious polarization. Look at the numbers MIM got. This is the result of the polarization which BJP is coming up with every time. So this is what they want.
Look, then in that case, are you saying the numbers the Congress got is also because of polarization? The fact is that the Congress and the opposition, which was openly wooing the Muslim vote, they have actually scored less because AIMIM, which is being considered as the B team of the BJP, that's what the opposition calls it. Now, when it is okay, you whip them here. When you have dole idhar se baja, that is not fair. My question to you is, Ajit Pawar, is he with the Mahayuti, not with the Mahayuti? Because in Pune, Pimpri Chinchwad, you fought together with the Power family. There again, it's not yielded results for you.
Ajit Pawar is very much with the BJP and Mahayuti. Only two places, Pune and Pimpri Chinchwad, we fought together. And that too when BJP refused to contest the elections with them, BJP decided to go solo in Pune and Pimpri Chinchwad. That's why Ajit Pawar had no other option but to go solo.
Why was this not an opportunity for Ajit Pawar to also show that I can fight on my own at the civic body level? Now, let's just swing this back towards the BJP and Sushi Ben Shah. Now, BJP, Aarti ji, I'm going to ask you this. What is this talk with Sanjay Raut saying, Andar Khane, that if it is a BJP mayor, then the Shiv Sena will back out, they will not vote. And if they don't vote, then the size of the house comes down. Then it comes down to 164, if my memory serves me right. Halfway 164 or 163. And halfway mark is 82. And then you have 89. So mayor to aapka banega. So this is what is going to happen. So they're going to deny Eknath Shinde any representation in BMC. Is that true?
सी व्हॉट हॅपन्स मराठी में एक कहावत है, दुसऱ्याच्या घरात वाकून बघायचं. सो उद्धवजी और संजय राउत जी, they have this habit very much. They don't have anything to talk on development. They don't have anything to talk on कि वो क्या करना चाहते हैं. They united now on the agenda and issue of Marathi Manus.
No, here right now I'm asking you, आप क्या करना चाहते हो? My question is, what is the BJP going to do? Eknath Shinde says 2.5 साल का हमारा महापौर.
नहीं sir, see, our leaders are very much clear. Our thought process is very much clear. महायुति का ही महापौर बैठेगा. Right from Devendra Fadnavis ji to Amit Satam ji to Ramdas Athawale ji, Shinde Saab, everybody is on one line that mayor will be from Mahayuti.
But where from the Mahayuti? From Sushi Ben's party or from your party?
118 नगर सेवक चुन के आए हैं. So one of them will be the mayor. And unanimously, Devendra ji, Shinde Saab and Ramdas Athawale ji will decide. Is it going
to be a 50-50 split? 2.5 saal?
That will also be decided by the...
Like in the Maharashtra government, it happened that it was Eknath Shinde ji first, and then after the election happened, then it was...
I think we'll have to wait till 22nd. Reservation, mayor के reservations भी तब तक आ जाएंगे. And by that time, all the leaders will sit and decide. But वो unanimous होगा, उसमें कोई दो राय नहीं.
Unanimous नहीं. अगर आपका candidate है, they will refrain. फिर number आपके होंगे. Why, as a BJP, what, Sushi Benji, what is this going on?
Not at all. I think good evening to everyone, and especially to my dear panelists, and it's a pleasure to be on your show always. Now, I would just like to quickly, before I come on this, first I must remind my dear friend from Ubata that it was there Sanjay Raut who said, "Ek rahoge to safe rahoge," just on the eve of the election. So we are not polarizing people. It is they who polarized, and they have paid a very, very heavy price for that. As far as my friend is concerned from SP, I was wondering whether he is from NCP SP or NCP Ajit Pawar, because the way you said with the conviction that you wanted that Ajit Pawar will remain with Mahayuti, I was wondering that are you all going to come together eventually?
This is what I said. Not
but that
will remain.
That is not for you. That is not for you to decide. We are here and we are strong. We are.
The question was asked by Anand, so that's why
now coming back to Mumbai, I will just have to say that we contested as Mahayuti. Dhanushyaban is in the DNA of every Mumbaikar. Eknath Rautji Shinde is in the DNA of every Mumbaikar. He was the most popular Maratha CM. And Ladki Bahin, whether the Bachat Ghats, he has a brand of Ladka Bhav. So we contested. So is Deva Bhav. So both the brothers. So I must say, Mumbai ke do hi bhai bhav hua hai. देवेंद्र फडणवीस जी एंड एकनाथ राव जी
लेकिन आप
शिंदे.
ये भी जानते हैं कि यहाँ जो दो भाई है वो भी छोड़ने वाले नहीं है.
नहीं,
See,
बिल्कुल
Mumbai
नहीं.
is this
That is
one.
the
Now,
beauty of democracy.
So you know very
That is the beauty
well.
of democracy.
You know very well that they are going to ensure that Eknath Shinde does not get a hold in the civic corporation.
That is not for
And
them to
that way
decide. That is at all.
I'm just saying that's the way the politics will be.
No. See, if there is a healthy opposition, we welcome it. As long as it's towards progress, it is for every Mumbaikar, not across language or divisive lines. They are more than welcome because we are equally powerful to counter. Let us not forget that. We have a very... Now, one more thing, last, about the mayor. That is the most important part. Now, the mayor will be of Mahayuti, but I do believe that is the centenary celebration year, Jayanti, of our Hindu Hriday Samrat Bala Saheb Thackeray. And we do hope that we will be given the mayor's post for 2.5 years. Of course, it is as a karyakarta, as a spokesperson, it is my wish, because it cannot be denied that we are the kingmaker. We are the change maker.
Now a point is that if you play that kingmaker line, then Akhil,
and I'll tell you, the Mahayuti Dharma will be followed strictly by the BJP and by Shiv Sena.
So what if the
wishful
BJP
thinking.
says? What if the BJP says, listen, we are the larger party. We can get the mayor even if you don't support us.
See,
So then, first 2.5 years will be our mayor. After that, we'll look at Eknath Shinde or from Shiv Sena.
When the Yuti is based on ideology and progress, the numbers don't matter. Eknath Rao ji Shinde with the chief minister, with the numbers was the chief minister. So therefore,
see, the mayor is not made out of ideology.
So
the mayor is made purely out of numbers.
हमारी युति ideology का भी based है.
What she's trying to say.
Our युति is based on ideology and vikas.
Okay, please.
So what she's trying to say is Mr. Eknath Shinde will surrender and they will let...
There is no surrender, there is
they will let
negotiation.
BJP's mayor
in
to
the
take
spirit of camaraderie. You leave it to us. You have no existence in Mumbai, so let's not stretch it.
See, this
It is not surrender.
You're getting
It is
angry.
not surrender. It is negotiation in the spirit of camaraderie, in following the principles of Mahayuti. It is our desire.
ये महेश चौहान उनकी पार्टी 1 seat है.
One seat और
तीली लगाने का काम कर रहे हैं. आग लगा रहे हैं.
आरती, they'll have to pay a price for it.
It is like this, you know, the BJP is sitting in a position where it is very
Time will
comfortable that it can twist the Eknath Shinde and the Shiv Sena here and then also ask them to say, देखो तुम्हारा उसका बन जाएगा, हमको support करो, पीछे हो जाओ, don't. And they have actually said, they have actually hinted that every single position in the corporation, if it's a BJP candidate, if it is a non-Shinde candidate, we will back. We won't be present. We will abstain from voting.
I just heard that what Uddhav ji said. Uddhav ji ने कहा कि देवाच्या मनात असेल तर. Now by saying that, right?
So Deva is like two.
What he means, yes.
Pun intended, because udhar bhi Deva hai, udhar ye bhav bhi hai, Deva bhav bhi hai.
Yes. We talked. We discussed about ideology. Okay. Now what happens here? Ki Shiv Sena and BJP. This alliance is a natural alliance, right from Hindu Hriday Samrat Bala Saheb Thackeray ji was there, Atal ji was there, Pramod Mahajan ji and Gopinath Munde sahab.
You mean Shiv Sena and the BJP?
Yes,
No, you just said Shiv Sena and the BJP.
I said Shiv Sena and BJP. Okay, so this is natural alliance and we have always been together. So people also remembered that Mahayuti is Dhanushaban and Kamal. Okay, and they have voted to this particular faith. So ये सारी चीजें ध्यान में रखते हैं. Yes, if you ask me as a BJP cadre, as a कार्यकर्ता, definitely we feel कि हमारा मेयर होना ही चाहिए. As a कार्यकर्ता है because we have worked hard and yes, as a कार्यकर्ता definitely we want because we have worked hard and we have waited for it. We have waited a lot. In 2017 we were very much in a position कि हम हमारा मेयर बिठा सकते थे. At that time राज ठाकरे must थैंक बीजेपी कि उन्होंने उनके 7 नगर सेवक नहीं लिए. अगर वो लेते तो तभी बीजेपी का मेयर बैठ जाता था. तो when it comes to युति धर्म, बीजेपी is very firm and very loyal to the parties who are in alliance.
एक बात बताइए, 10 सीटें और जीतते आप, 10 सीट्स और, तो खेल डिफरेंट होता ना?
100% it would have been our mayor, but now let me bring you back to the debate now. I was patiently and quietly listening to what ma'am was saying. Now, now you understand why this hotel politics. Now you understand what kind of training is going on in that hotel. Because the people who broke down a political party with the support of Bharatiya Janata Party and went to 3 states to form a party in 1 state. Today you don't require guts. You require gaddar in your
when
blood.
You don't, when you don't come out from Mantralaya,
talking in between.
No, you cannot just
you cannot just talk in between.
On Shiv Sena.
Okay.
No, Rahul.
You are not Shiv Sena. You are not Shiv Sena.
We are absolutely
From where are you
Shiv Sena.
imported? You are not Shiv Sena. What do you know about
We are
Bala Saheb
Shiv Sena.
Thackeray?
Sushiben, no. Sushiben, please yield now. Please yield. Please silence, please.
Accept it.
Sushiben, please. Now, it was his turn to speak. Let him speak. If you want to counter, I'll come back to you. Please don't interrupt
But
him.
they
again.
must talk about
No.
That's
What they speak about is their choice. You cannot dictate. Neither am I dictating what you should say. So please don't do that. Okay. Let's get back to
My
this.
apologies.
No problem.
Yeah.
No. See,
I'll just
please fiercely defend each other, but let's not speak over each
I was
other.
not interrupting.
No, got it.
Okay.
Got your point. So that's why I'm saying you get a clear.
So-
But एक बात बताओ, ये 65 abstaining का offer है कि नहीं है?
65. See, it's about.
ये है कि नहीं है, आप ये बताओ. लड़ाई झगड़ा बाद में, but ये फिर see you just, I'll tell you why. You just said that the BJP engineered the split and Eknath Shinde and Shiv Sena rose on the basis of BJP support. Now the same
So when I
BJP you are
complete
ready to support for mayor. That's why I'm asking
So
you.
before the interruption, if
Sure.
I could have completed my answer, you would have got this answer.
Okay,
also.
tell me.
So now, after going to 3 states, forming a government over here, now today, unfortunately, just BJP ke saath they were, now to protect their corporators from the same BJP, they have to do this hotel politics.
Okay.
Now, you have to consider this point that many of the corporators who have been elected from the Shinde faction are originally from Shiv Sena, Uddhav Saheb Thackeray. So they
So
also
that includes Eknath Shinde also, right? Eknath Shinde also is he is an auto driver to Bala Saheb Thackeray loyalist. That's what he is.
They also have the feeling that Mumbaiचा महापौर हा मराठीच असला पाहिजे. They also have this feeling that Mumbaiचा महापौर हा शिवसेनेचाच असला पाहिजे. Okay.
But why are you saying कि बीजेपी का जो कैंडिडेट है वो मराठी नहीं है?
Because
नहीं, अगर मेरी जन्मभूमि मेरी कर्मभूमि मुंबई है and I have lived and served this city and the state, so why am I not a Marathi?
So definitely now they are going to, Bharatiya Janata Party is also going to give a mayorship candidate to Marathi only. But the question arises over here that the Shiva Sena corporators of the Shinde faction, they must be wanting that Shiva Sena's महापौर झाला पाहिजे, as rightly stated over here also during your debate only. So now, when they feel that they are not going to get the mayorship post, now it depends what they are going to do.
No. What they feel is one part. You feel that कुछ भी हो ध्यान सा नहीं होना पाहिजे. That's what you are saying, no? कि इनका महापौर नहीं होना चाहिए. That isn't that what you have also decided? कि भाई हमारा जितना 80-40 का दौर लगा लेंगे लेकिन इनको बनने नहीं देंगे.
महापौर हा, if you ask me what it is, महापौर हा आमचा मराठीच झाला पाहिजे. It has to be a Marathi candidate who becomes mayor of this city, and secondly, it has to be from Shiva Sena, which was for which.
Okay, now tell me something. Somebody who's lived and born and brought up in Mumbai, okay, speaks, writes Marathi plus maybe another language because their roots, origins are from another part of Bharat. Are they less Marathi?
See, it's not about.
Are they less Marathi?
No, it's not about.
If somebody's Janmabhumi, Karmabhumi, Pitrabhumi is Marathi, Maharashtra, are they less Marathi? Please tell me. Because Mumbai, I understand that if you are whichever state, and I endorse this, okay, as a Bharatiya citizen, as a South Indian who plying his way in North India, who's lived in Mumbai, studied in Mumbai, I used to speak Marathi very, very well. I've lost touch now. I'll be honest with you. I believe जिस स्टेट में आप रहते हो, जो आपकी कर्मभूमि है, उधर की भाषा आपको सीखनी चाहिए. You must embrace that culture. You should become one. But if you are one generation, 2 generation, let's say South Indian, Gujarati, Bengali, whatever, but you read, write fluent Marathi because you're born and brought up in Maharashtra.
That's right.
Does that make you less Marathi? So is Miss Datta, the Bengali lady who's won on the BJP ticket in Mumbai, she's won. She's Jaya Datta, if I remember her name. She's a Bengali lady. Is she less Marathi? I don't think that's a fair way to account for. Now, yeah. If somebody is being parachuted, paradropped, किसी को दिल्ली से उठाया, बोला चल इधर आके लड़ because उसके पास या money power है या कोई control है, because whatever is the caste system or whatever it is, किधर से उठा के लेके आए, that person's got nothing to do with Maharashtra. You raise that question, perfectly fine. Please tell me, what is your thought process? You believe that person is less Marathi?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely.
Who is staying in Mumbai, जिनका जन्म मुंबई में हुआ है, जिन्होंने पढ़ाई मराठी. I know many people who are non-Marathis, but they have learned, they have studied in Marathi medium.
No, and there
So I
are
know
a
many
lot of such people who have
and
voted
they
for
can
the Ubata,
speak
who have
very
voted
well.
for NCP,
Yes.
voted for
Yes,
Shinde Sena, and
yes,
voted for BJP
yes,
and Congress
yes,
also.
yes,
There's so many
yes,
of them.
yes.
In that case, what about a Muslim and a Christian? If he speaks good Marathi, if he is born and
No,
brought up
why
in-
would I see them as Muslim and Christian? I would see them as Marathi people.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, is this acceptable to BJP? Or
Why?
she?
See,
Why do you- what
BJP
makes you
is
think-
never
See,
against
so-
any religion.
no,
I'm
no,
sorry.
no, no, you know,
wait a
one
moment.
minute, please tell me, what makes you think that Muslims, Christians, or will not a single one of them will vote for the BJP? Just like not a single Hindu will vote for the Congress or for the NCP or for Shiv Sena.
Now let me talk.
Nice is
Now
wrong.
let me talk. What I'm saying is, to make a Marathi mayor, Muslims voted UBT Shiv Sena. Is it right? So this is not a small
So to
thing.
make a Marathi mayor, Hindus voted.
That's what I'm
Hindus voted
saying.
BJP. If you want to draw those binaries, although I don't subscribe.
My question is, if a Muslim candidate, he wants to become a mayor, he knows Marathi, he is born and brought up in Mumbai,
Correct.
he speaks well, good
Then
Marathi.
you have to have the numbers.
So that's what I'm saying. So this is about the numbers. This is what I'm trying to say.
No, it is about the.
So that's what.
No, it is about
BJP ready?
numbers.
Is BJP ready?
I just
Is
digress
BJP
to
ready
say.
for that?
I just digress to say in my very, very humble submission that anybody who embraces that place, born and brought up in this place, should be considered a Marathi. I didn't even get into the religion aspect of it at all.
So
it doesn't matter. what आपका पंथ क्या है उससे फर्क नहीं पड़ता.
Anand, what I'm trying to say is, you have a valid question. What I'm trying to say is, in Mumbai, not only Shiv Sena, UBT or MNS, but BJP and Shiv Sena, they are also of the opinion that the mayor should be Marathi.
Yeah.
So the definition of Marathi has to be discussed. What is a Marathi?
No. Each party can decide.
Everybody
Each
wants a
party can
Marathi
decide
mayor.
who's a Marathi.
Everybody wants a Marathi mayor.
As long as that person has their roots very firmly entrenched in Mumbai city and they have worked for the wards and they have come up from the ground and they speak the local language and they write the local language, they've embraced this culture irrespective of what their origins are. Then in that case, sir, Balasaheb is not from Maharashtra originally. His roots are from out beyond the state of Maharashtra. That's not the case. Is he less Marathi because of that? Not at all. He is Hindu Hriday Samrat and he is also the tallest leader that the Shiv Sena has seen or Mumbai has seen.
And this should be the point.
So this question should be asked to Uddhav ji and Raj Thackeray.
No, I'm not saying. See, whatever binaries, whatever reasons they may have, I think the underlying thing we must all embrace is who's got the power to control behavior.
Absolutely.
Mumbai, because there is money, there is also a certain financial capital. You want to see the power that. I am going to ask you again. Are you going to ensure that it is in consensus with the Shinde faction? Or are you going to say, okay, we will put up our candidate, you abstain, and we'll make our candidate?
No,
what will happen? Because that will have implications with the center in the sense state government also.
No. As a spokesperson and responsible person from my party, I can say that it will be with consensus with the allies. It will be in consensus with Shinde Sahab. It will be in consensus with Ramdas Athawale ji also. Because we are in Mahayuti.
Because you are in Mahayuti.
Yes.
But let me ask you this. Now, eventually, if they decide to come together, फिर आप लोग क्या करोगे? If they decide that they are going to put their candidate, you had just made the offer that if it's a BJP, any non-Shinde faction candidate, we will abstain and we'll support them. So what will you do?
First of all, I'll like to state on record that we have not made any such offers.
Okay.
So let's be clear on that. Secondly,
I am only quoting Sanjay Rautji, how he spoke with us at News 18. Okay, he had a chat with Vivek Gupta.
So
That's what
I'm stating on record. So now if both the parties, they have contested together, they are going to make their mayor, so they can go ahead. We have got a mandate from the people.
Yeah.
The mandate from all the Marathi Manus over here in Mumbai. We have got the mandate from Mumbaikars. And we are definitely going to be the strongest opposition over here. And we are going to work towards it.
Okay, now let me ask you this. This is also the road back to relevance for Ubata also. No, frankly, you know, and also for the NCP. You think the next 5 years, by the time we come to the 29 Lok Sabha elections and thereafter the next assembly elections in 20, you think the road back is there or is it going to be more difficult? It's
10% there. Okay, because the people, if at all, the Mumbaikars felt that Shiva Sena, Uddhav Balasaheb Thackeray is not the original Shiva Sena, the picture would have been different. the 54 which had ran away from, parted away from us, they would have won. And they would have won more seats. The percentage would have not gone down.
Yeah, but you would also
Okay.
you would also
Secondly-
say that wherever your candidates contested, you got a lot of the Congress votes and the NCP votes coming in your favor, whatever the attrition.
Now this time, see,
Congress was not
this
there.
was the
Okay.
argument in Vidhan Sabha.
Yeah.
Now this time, Congress was not with us.
You would believe
Yeah.
that yours and Manse together,
Right.
that is the force that has given you
That
65 seats.
Thackeray force,
Yeah.
which is to be reckoned over here in Mumbai, has definitely
But do you
been
think they will
behind us.
stay together? You guys will stay together now?
10% we are going to be
But
staying
how?
together.
Because MNS's existence is also opposing you. So how will that? So will one cannibalize the other?
No, it's not about. We have already gelled together. Our Karyakartas have gelled together. We have been working together for the last 6-7 months, and there has been
Right.
no opposition from each of us. We
So
have
one
been
will not
working together.
cannibalize the other, Sushri Benji?
I'll just tell you this. The basic premise that both our dear friends and spokesperson are saying about Marathi Manus. Who are we? Who is BJP? Devendra Fadnavis is not Marathi. Eknath Raoji Shinde is not Marathi. So to say that Marathi Manus voted and they are the torchbearer of the interest of Marathi Manus is absolutely a sham, absolutely bogus. We have worked towards the year. Who got the classical language status to Marathi language? It was us. It was the Mahayuti. We have ensured that the Marathi Manus who've left Mumbai. Earlier, Marathi Manus, the son of the soil, was closed in Mumbai to the tune of 50%. Now they've all migrated. We are hovering between 35 to 40%. Why this has happened? Because all these Marathi Manus, son of the soil, they had to migrate out of Mumbai. As much is talked about why people are staying this resort politics. Eknath Raoji Shinde under his leadership, all of us, as he's a 24/7 dedicated to common man, we all work very, very, very hard, and he supported us all through. All the candidates he's personally got. He himself has taken 54 sabhas in all that.
granted. But
so
why
therefore, no. So therefore,
48-hour signature.
of the 29, 20 are first-time corporators. It was felt that from the day they take oath, the next day they should start working for the mandate for which it was given to us is progress and vikas of Mumbai. Therefore, it was felt that they should be given training. They should be given training. Uday Samant also, Eknath Raoji also, our senior corporators, Rahul Shivale, they were guiding them. Right. We have nothing to fear. For the last 2.5 years, you are seeing the incoming has only been in Shiv Sena and BJP. Where is the question? And the other thing, the bombastic language that Ubata speaks, they've reduced themselves to a Mumbai party.
I'm willing to accept all your points.
Yes.
But there is also कि कई बार कहते हैं ना डूबते को तिनके का सहारा. Those 65 seats also point that if the Thackeray's get their act right, they can still claw their way back. Those 65 seats also say that the work that you have done, 29 seats say that it's been appreciated, but the 65 seats say there is more to be done, much more.
I agree.
Much more to be done. And the incoming which you were talking about, no. The worry is the outgoing would have been towards the BJP this time. That's the worry.
Whether BJP,
Anyway,
whether BJP or Shiv Sena, incoming is with us. So therefore, now as far as 29,
No, the outgoing
With
from
us.
Shiv Sena would have gone into the BJP.
No, not at all.
That's what was
Not
the worry.
at all.
Sorry, I have to wind up.
There
So
was
final
just
word.
one
Final,
second.
final. Okay.
Only 1 second. The only thing I have to say is that of the 29, we have lost about 20 seats. I say 20 votes, 50 votes, 30
Yeah,
votes.
but
so therefore, but
that everybody has lost.
Jo jeeta wo Sikandar. I agree.
Agree. First past the post, and at the end of the day, it's the numbers that matter, not the margin of victory overall. Yeah.
Yeah, about the migration point of it.
Yeah.
I would just like to bring to your notice that in Uttar Pradesh, Bihar and Gujarat, BJP Sarkar, BJP rule. Still, those people from those places have to migrate to Mumbai, right? Because in respect to, I'm talking about the migration. They are talking about the migration of
Marathi
Mumbai.
Manus,
But Marathi Manus, this is why.
Yeah,
Let me complete.
Let him make his point. I got to
I
wind
didn't
up.
interrupt.
Yeah.
This is my point.
Yeah.
So migration is the process, and everybody has got a right to migrate. If the place is not
it's a larger
affordable to you,
conversation because most of the industrialization is towards the west and the labor came from the east.
Till
That is from the other states.
Till today.
But from Mumbai, the Marathi
The reason is so-called development is not affordable to Mumbaikars.
Okay.
Because
BJP
see,
has
I didn't interrupt them.
Okay, now I have to wind up. No, I have to wind up. Amazing conversation.
Yes.
Going forward, the interesting part will be कि mayor किसका होगा और क्या खेल होगा. But once that dust settles in terms of the leadership, I just hope that everybody collectively works in the larger, greater interest of Mumbai and Mumbaikars. On that note, thank you very, very much. Amazing conversation. Thank you very, very much. Wish you all the very best.
Thank you. Thank you.
Shifting focus to yet another development, and we'll shine the spotlight in the neighborhood over in Pakistan, where this entire rampant sequence of forced conversions in Pakistan continues, namely in the Sindh area or southern Pakistan. CNN News 18 is recording the role of shrines in Sindh's minority abuse cases. Now, as per top intelligence sources, underage and poor Hindu girls from the regions of Bhil or from the communities of Bhil, Meghwar, Kohli and similar communities are being singularly identified and deliberately being converted. And these are largely, a lot of them are even underage girls. They are identified due to poverty, weak access to legal protection. Now, they are abducted, pressured through threats or false promises of marriage or employment. Victims are quickly moved away from their home districts to block family access, legal help and media visibility, and the conversion is done at shrines or madrasa-linked locations. Now, these networks are linked to Islamist groups where at certain shrines, like the Pir Sarhindi, almost 1,000 Hindu girls have been converted in the last year. That's what estimates point out to. Now, they make documents to show minors as adults, and these are used to bypass Sindh's anti-child marriage laws. So, Sindh, as a state of province of Sindh, has anti-child marriage laws in place to protect the interests of minorities, but those are superseded, surpassed, because the girls are first converted, then married off under Islamic law, and once that marriage is ratified, it becomes very difficult to try and bring them back. The girls are married within 3 to 4 days to an older or an already married man, so court statements are recorded under pressure, duress, and cops and courts accept the voluntary conversion claim. Now, once conversion is approved in a court of law in Pakistan, the reversal becomes extremely difficult. Let's take you through some individual cases. First is the story of Premi Bhil. She was just 15 years old when she was abducted in December 2025 in Mirpur Khas. Her family lodged a complaint alleging abduction, forced conversion after marriage to a man named Shahbaz Meher, who was 30 years old, twice her age, and married off. Then Sonia Kohli was abducted in November 2025 in Sanghar. She was a minor who was abducted on gunpoint by Ali Murad Brohi and forced to convert. Sunita Maharaj was abducted early 2025 in Umerkot. The story of Pooja Meghwar is very similar. Abducted early October 2025 in Mirpur Khas, who pleaded with the court to return home. But all of them are finding it very, very tough to survive. Those families left bereft, a lot of them can't afford even the legal fees to fight this in court, and the system itself is tailor-made to ensure that once they are converted forcefully under duress, by a trap or by trickery, they are ensnared. It's very difficult for them to be brought back. They are in fact not just married off, sometimes even trafficked. Jai Ahuja activist joining us now. Chedam Kumar Sharma, one of the West Park Hindus who's actually now moved to Bharat and sought refuge in Bharat. And we should have Gordhan Das also joining us. My namaste to everybody. Thank you for your time. Jai Ahuja, this is a malady. This is something that you've been dealing with for more than a decade now, if not more. This pattern doesn't cease. It just continues on in the Sindh region.
Anand,
Can you
it
hear
is
me,
not
Jai Ahuja?
only in Sindh region, it is in
Ji,
southern
yeah.
Punjab also, it is in Pashto area also. हाँ, I can hear it. आनंद जी, ये सिर्फ सिंध रीजन की
Yeah,
बात
there's a
नहीं
delay.
है.
Please
It
go
is in southern Punjab also. Gordhan Das ji Meghwal is a Dalit. Southern Punjab of Pakistan from Khanpur Tehsil district Rahim Yar Khan. And Chidam Kumar Sharma belongs to Mithi, Sindh area. वो हिंदू पॉपुलेशन ठीक है वहाँ पे अभी. वहाँ के जो स्टेट असेंबली में जाने वाले मेंबर हैं वो भी हिंदू ही होते हैं अभी तक. तो चिदम के टाउन में मिट्टी में देयर इज ए मदरसा ऑफ 100 acres and that madrasa made by Hafiz Saeed. So they are targeting Hindu areas to convert people. And Peer Jan Sarhandi and Mia Mittu of Barchandi Sharif, these people are doing this mass conversion on industrial scale, especially बच्चियों को kidnap करना, girl child kidnapping and forced conversion. So the shelter is again a legal shelter. At the time of भुट्टो, जो बेनजीर भुट्टो के फादर थे, उनके टाइम पे, भुट्टो साहब के टाइम पे एक कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल अमेंडमेंट आया कि व्हेनेवर शरिया एंड कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन विल कन्फ्लिक्ट देन शरिया इज सुपीरियर। तो ऐसे में क्या होता है कि जब कोई बच्ची किडनैप होती है तो 9 साल 10 साल की बच्ची की भी प्यूबर्टी रिपोर्ट बनवा ली जाती है, डॉक्टरों को पैसे खिला के, समझा के, धमका के। प्यूबर्टी इस्लामिक शरिया में प्यूबर्टी का मतलब मैच्योरिटी है, वो माइनर नहीं मानी जाएगी चाहे वो 10 साल की बच्ची है। और उस प्यूबर्टी रिपोर्ट के बेस पे कन्वर्जन और कलमा पढ़ना उसको लीगल मान लिया जाता है कोर्ट्स में। तो ऐसी बच्चियों का जब कन्वर्जन है उसको लीगल मान लिया जाता है, कोर्ट्स कोई रिलीफ नहीं देते, पूरा जुडिशियल ब्लैकआउट होता है, पूरा मीडिया ब्लैकआउट होता है। तो सोशल मीडिया के कारण बहुत सारी खबरें बाहर आने लग गई हैं, नहीं तो 2010-11 से पहले तो मीडिया ब्लैकआउट भी होता था। सो आई एम वर्किंग ऑन दिस इशू ऑन सिंस 2010। एंड वन मोर थिंग कि किसी भी गांव में, बस्ती में जब कोई बच्ची किडनैप होती है या किसी बच्चे को इस्लाम की दावत देके, उसको ब्रेन वॉश करके, उसको टॉर्चर करके, उसको लालच देके जब कन्वर्ट किसी लड़के को भी किया जाता है तो वो परिवार इतना थ्रेटन्ड हो जाता है कि वो परिवार को माइग्रेट करता ही है। साथ में वो एरिया धीरे धीरे माइग्रेशन की तरफ बढ़ने लग जाता है। So people who have their relatives in Bharat, so they ask them for sponsorship, for visa. This is a compulsion. People who don't have their connects in Bharat, so they go to big cities. पर safe तो वहाँ पे भी नहीं, safe कहीं पे भी नहीं है वहाँ पे। Minorities are not safe in Pakistan. So in 2019,
but what you've said, we've spoken about Mia Mittu in the past. Jai Ahuja, we have spoken about Mia Mittu in the past, but you are saying this Peer Sarhindi and also this madrasa in the Chidam area, which belongs, run by Hafiz Saeed, they are also big conversion factories. Let me just bring in Gordhan Das and also Chidam Kumar Sharma on this. Chidam Kumar Sharma ji, namaste. जो जय बता रहे हैं वो सही है? ये कैसे फंक्शन करते हैं? इनका क्या होता है तरीका? मोडस क्या होता है? ये कैसे करते हैं? इनका तरीका क्या होता है? जरा तफसील से बताएं।
जो भाई साहब कह रहे हैं, जय भाई साहब बिल्कुल 100% बिल्कुल वो सही कह रहे हैं। और इनका जो वर्किंग का तरीका यही होता है कि वो टारगेट करते हैं जो माइनर बच्चियां होती हैं हमारी हिंदू भाइयों की, वो पहले तो उनको टारगेट करते हैं, क्योंकि परिवार या पिता है वो टूटता कैसे है? वो ऐसे ही टूटता है कि अगर उसकी बच्ची को, छोटी बच्ची को अगर किडनैप किया जाए और फिर उसको जबरन उसका रेप किया जाए, रेप करने के बाद उसको ऐसे व्यक्तियों के हवाले किया जाए कि जो ओवर एज हो, तो आप खुद सोचेंगे कि वो पूरा हिंदू समाज में वहां जो बैठा हुआ कैसा मैसेज जाता है, वो टूट जाते हैं। पर उनके पास कोई वे आउट ही नहीं होता कि क्या करें। और मोस्टली उसमें मैं कह रहा हूँ जो अभी जो रिएक्शंस हो रहे हैं उसमें मोस्टली रिएक्शंस उन्हीं परिवारों के साथ हो रहे हैं जो परिवार हमारे बॉर्डर बंद होने के बाद जो वापस गए हैं उनके साथ टारगेट हो रहे हैं, जिनके वीजा मिले हुए थे, वो आना चाहते थे, माइग्रेट होना चाहते थे, पर वो नहीं आ पाए, पर क्योंकि उनके वीजा बॉर्डर हमारे सीज हो गए थे आफ्टर अप्रैल, उनको टारगेट किया जाता है। क्योंकि जब वीजा मिलता है किसी को तो वो बेचारा हिंदू वहां पर जगह पर रह ही नहीं सकता वहां पर जिनको, तो ये एक सेलेक्टेड टारगेट होता है, वो करते हैं हम लोग।
हाँ, आप कहाँ से हैं और क्या वहां पर भी ये होता है? वहां कौन करता है ये पूरा बच्चियों को उठाना, उनको जबरन कन्वर्ट करना?
मैं सर पंजाब से हूँ, मेरा नाम गोर्धन दास है। वहां पर क्या है कि वहां पर ये पंजाब इलाका है, वहां पर मेरे सामने एक बच्ची को उठाया था तो उसको जबरदस्ती कन्वर्जन किया, तो काफी उसमें मतलब हमने तो जज की उसको वापस लाने में, उसमें हम कोर्ट में भी गए तो उन्होंने बोला कि ये मुसलमान हो गई है। तो लड़की ने बार बार चिल्लाया कि मैं अपने माँ बाप के साथ जाना चाहती हूँ,
तो उन्होंने नहीं बिल्कुल हमारे को
दिया हमने, तो लड़को सर जबरदस्ती लेके चले गए। यहाँ जबरदस्ती वहां पर होती है सर। तो
ये कौन लोग करते हैं? ये कोई ग्रुप
इस
है,
कारण
संगठन है,
मतलब थोड़ा
किसी
सा
पीर
मन में,
पीर वीर के साथ है?
नहीं हमारे जो हमारे पंजाब में है
या
कोई
किसी
ग्रुप नहीं
तंजीम
था।
से जुड़े हैं?
वहां पर कोई थे, वो तो वो ले गए थे, जो इलाके के थे ना सर, वो ले गए थे।
हाँ। और पुलिस कुछ नहीं करती?
तो वो ले गए थे, तो वो उन्होंने फिर क्या। जी सर। सर जब वहां पे
पुलिस
अपने
कुछ नहीं करती?
वहां पे उनके धर्म का मसला आ जाता तो सब एक हो जाते हैं सर। वहां पे जब उनके धर्म का मसला आ जाए तो वो एक हो जाते हैं, तो वहां हमारी कोई सुनवाई खास तर नहीं होती। अगर सुनवाई हो तो इतने ये केस ना हो।
और फिर आप, और जब बच्ची कह रही है कि वो अपने माँ बाप के पास वापस आना
तो
चाहती
यही
है, फिर
हमें
भी
डर
वो नहीं
लगा है।
सुनते
तो
हैं?
हाँ, तो फिर भी उन्होंने सर नहीं दिया था, तो फिर वो लड़की को लेके चले गए थे, जबरदस्ती लेके चले गए थे।
What happens to these girls, Jay Ahuja?
Basically, Anand ji, the story is ki, in terms of Sharia law, once you are a Muslim, you are a Muslim. So puberty report is there, fake puberty report, conversion document is there, and the Nikah Nama is there. So it is a basically organized human trafficking system under the cover of Mazhab. तो फिर अंत में जैसे रीना रवीना मेघवाल बच्चियां थी, उनका केस हुआ, तो फाइनली दे फाउंड वन डे इन हीरा मंडी द रेड लाइट एरिया ऑफ लाहौर। तो अल्टीमेटली ये एक पूरा का पूरा ऑर्गेनाइज ह्यूमन ट्रैफिकिंग का सिस्टम है। ये बच्चियां बेची भी जाती हैं बाद में, और ये वापस इसलिए नहीं मिलती हैं क्योंकि शरिया के हिसाब से जब जब ये कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, जुल्फिकार अली भुट्टो ने कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन अमेंडमेंट कर दिया कि शरिया जब टकराएगा लॉ लॉ के साथ या कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के साथ, तो शरिया सुपीरियर होगा। तो जब बच्ची की प्यूबिलिटी रिपोर्ट फेक आ गई, तो उसका कन्वर्जन वैलिड हो गया, जायज हो गया, तो फिर वो बच्चियां कभी वापस मिलती नहीं है, क्योंकि काफिर माता पिता से आपका संबंध मुसलमान बनते ही समाप्त हो जाता है। तो इस प्रकार की चीजों के चलते, बिकॉज ऑफ दिस काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स, तो ये बच्चियां कभी भी वापस नहीं मिलती। और इसका जो सबसे बड़ी सरपरस्ती है सदर्न पंजाब और नॉर्दर्न सिंध में एरिया बांटे हुए, वो मियां मिट्टू जो है वो सखर जिले के पास में घोटकी में है, और मियां मिट्टू से लगता हुआ सराय पंजाब का एरिया है पूरा। तो दक्षिणी पंजाब के जिले जो पाकिस्तान में है वो, और उत्तरी सिंध, ये पूरा एरिया तो अब मियां मिट्टू के
जी।
कंट्रोल में आता है, जो बरचंडी शरीफ है। और सेंट्रल सिंध और सदर्न सिंध का जो पूरा एरिया है, और अप टू बलूचिस्तान, ये सारा एरिया पीरजान सरहदी के एरिया में आता है। और हाफिज सईद और इस तरीके के जो लोग हैं, ये राइस बैक कन्वर्जन में लगे हुए हैं कि ये उनको, जैसे अमेरिका क्या करता है, अमेरिका सैंक्शंस करके आपकी इकोनॉमी को ब्रेक डाउन करता है, तो ऐसे सोशल बायकाट करा के, जो हमारे यहाँ गाँव में कहते हैं हुक्का पानी बंद करना, आपको रोशन की दुकान से सामान नहीं मिलेगा, आपको
जी।
मुसलमानों के साथ ट्रेड करना अलाउ नहीं है। तो ऐसा प्रेशर बिल्ड करके जो निर्धन है, भील समाज है, वहां पे कोहली समाज है, बागड़ी समाज है, उनको मास कन्वर्जन के लिए भी तैयार किया जाता है। ये एक पूरा मेला जोला रैकेट है जो पाकिस्तान को माइनॉरिटी फ्री करना चाहता है। इवन आई गॉट ए थ्रेट कॉल वंस ऑलमोस्ट 7 years बैक, जब हमने आप लोगों की मदद से, सारे मीडिया की मदद से इस इशू को बहुत बड़ा ग्लोबल कर दिया था। दैट टाइम आई गॉट ए कॉल कि भाई आप लोग इतना
जी।
हमारे मुल्क के पीछे क्यों पड़े हुए हो, अगर आपको चाहिए तो सारे हिंदुओं को वहां ले जाओ, इस्लामिक रिपब्लिक पाकिस्तान में इनके बड़े रुके ही क्यों। तो उनकी कॉन्सेप्ट एकदम क्लियर है कि इस्लामिक रिपब्लिक पाकिस्तान है, या ना कोई, न मंदिर होना चाहिए, न गुरुद्वारा, न चर्च, न हिंदू, न सिख, न ईसाई, न पारसी, या तो मुसलमान बन जाओ या मारे जाओ, या फिर यहाँ से छोड़ के भाग जाओ। और सबसे बड़ी बात जो गोवर्धन जी आपको बताने रह गए, इन लोगों को अपनी प्रॉपर्टियां 10-15%, 20% की वैल्यू पे लिक्विडेट करके आना होता है, और जब परिवार तैयारी करता है जाने की, तो ये बात वहां की सोसाइटी में छुपती नहीं है। तो औने पौने रेट में 10%, 15% पे ये लोग अपनी प्रॉपर्टी लिक्विडेट करते हैं।
ये बात सही है गोवर्धन जी, जो जय बता
जी
रहे
जी
हैं?
बिल्कुल सही कह रहे हैं भाई साहब। जय भाई साहब बिल्कुल सही कह रहे हैं।
आपके साथ क्या हुआ था? ऐसा ही कुछ हुआ था?
ऐसे हमारे हुआ था, हमारे रिश्तेदारों में हुआ था, तभी तो हम अपने कल को ये भी जैसे बच्चों को मतलब है कि बच्चियों को ले जाते हैं, कल को हम हमारे भी बच्चे थे, हमारे को भी डर लगा भी कल को हमारे बच्चे भी इस बात का शिकार हो जाए, तो इसलिए इस डर से हम मैंने अपनी फैमिली को मैं लेके यहाँ 2012 में मैं आ गया था।
और चिदम कुमार जी, आपके साथ और आपके आसपास में जो आपका इलाका है, वहां पर क्या ये चल रहा है? वहां पर आपके भी परिवार में से कुछ बच्चियों के साथ इस तरीके का शोषण हुआ है,
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल
जिससे पहले
बिल्कुल
कि
हुआ
आपने
है
भारत
ये।
का रुख किया?
बिल्कुल हुआ है। मैं जहाँ रहता था, मेरा गांव तो वहाँ पर मिट्टी का था, लेकिन मैं पर्सनली कराची में रहता था। तो कराची में ऐसी काफी घटनाएं हुई थी, तो वही घटनाएं हमने देख के ये निर्णय लिया था, और मैं भी 2013 में ही आया हूँ। और ये चीज अभी तो और बहुत ज्यादा हुई है। उन दिनों में तो हाई था, अब तो बहुत ज्यादा हो रहा है, बहुत पीक पे है। हमारे पास तो अभी आपने 3 बच्चियों का दिखाया है, लेकिन इससे ज्यादा ये फिगर आउट है इसमें।
जी।
अभी रिसेंटली ही 2-3 महीने 3 बच्चियों को नगर पार्कर में रेप करके उनको पेड़ पे लटकाया गया था। तो ये कोई ऐसा नहीं है कि कभी रुका है, ये
ये कहाँ पे
सिलसिला
हुआ?
चलता है। थर पार्कर में, अपना नगर पार्कर में।
ये
नगर
सिंध में
पार्कर
ही,
एरिया है,
कराची
बॉर्डर
इलाके में है?
बॉर्डर। नहीं, ये थरपारकर है, मिट्टी से कोई
बॉर्डर के पास?
अराउंड हम। हाँ, बॉर्डर के पास ही है हमारे। ये कच्छ वाला एरिया उसको टच करता है, हमारा रण कच्छ वाला एरिया है, वो उसको उसको बॉर्डर लाइन से टच करता है यहाँ पर।
हाँ।
तो ये वहां पर अभी रिसेंटली अभी हुआ है,
वहां
तीन
आप कह
महीने
रहे हैं कि
पहले ही
3
हुआ है।
नाबालिग बच्चियों के साथ रेप करके उनको लटका दिया गया पेड़ से?
बिल्कुल। तो ये तो अभी कोई ना ये चीज थमी है। कराची में भी मेरे साथ ही हुआ था, हमारे घर में पड़ोस में ही पीछे ही मेरे रहते थे, हमारे हमारे जानकारी वाले थे। उनकी बच्ची को किडनैप करके लेके गए थे, और उसको वापस नहीं किया गया। तो ये चीजें होती हैं। हमारे हमारे नोन में एक डॉक्टर थे, उनके क्लिनिक पे अटैक किया गया था, जबरदस्ती उसकी क्लिनिक उनकी सेल करवाई गई, जबरदस्ती फोर्सली उनकी क्लिनिक सेल करके, और वो पैसा उनको नहीं दिया गया, और उनको मारा गया, पीटा गया बहुत ज्यादा, और वो पैसा भी उनको नहीं दिया गया। उनको बोला कि आप यहाँ से भाग जाओ या मुसलमान कन्वर्ट हो जाओ आप। तो ये चीजें चीजें घटनाएं पहले भी होती गई हैं, और ये अभी तो बहुत ज्यादा चरम सीमा सीमा पे है। क्योंकि अभी तो जो वहां पर, मैं कहूँगा, मैं तो साफ लफ्जों में कहूंगा कि जो वहां का जो बादशाह बन के बैठा हुआ है, वो तो 100% इस्लामिस्ट है। वो तो उसके थॉट्स भी यही क्लियर है।
Now, I'm running out of time, but Jay Ahuja, this has to be highlighted to the world, that a nation that claims to be, following the rules of humanitarianism, this is how it is treating minorities, and this is how it is treating young girls, despite the rule of the state or the province of Sindh saying that you cannot marry underage girls. You cannot do this with underage girls, minors.
See, there is no law actually for minorities, because they had did their constitution amendment when Sharia and any law or any constitutional provision will conflict, then Sharia is superior. So जहां पर ये लाइन आती है आनंद जी, वहां पे ये सारी बातें अपने आप खत्म हो जाती हैं। इसीलिए हम सुप्रीम कोर्ट तक लड़ाई लड़ चुके, वहां पे हमारे लोगों की हम मदद कर चुके, बड़े बड़े वकील करने में। लेकिन हमको आज तक कोई रिलीफ कभी किसी बच्ची के केस में इसलिए नहीं मिली कि अल्टीमेटली उन्होंने प्रोविजन किया हुआ है कि शरिया और कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन कॉन्फ्लिक्ट करेगा तो शरिया सुपीरियर है, और शरिया के हिसाब से उनकी प्यूबिलिटी रिपोर्ट और उनका कन्वर्जन को जायज हर कोर्ट ठहराती है। तो पाकिस्तान और ह्यूमैनिटेरियन, ये दो चीजें अपने आप में कहीं से कहीं तक भी इनका कोई आपस में रिलेशन नहीं है। पाकिस्तान अपने आप में एक इनह्यूमन स्टेट है। एक दौर था मुशर्रफ के जमाने का जब माइनॉरिटी के प्रोटेक्शन के लिए आर्मी कुछ काम करती थी, पर जब एक मुल्ला ही आर्मी का चीफ बन गया तो आर्मी और मुल्ला गठजोड़ के बाद में वहां पर तो लिबरल मुसलमान का भी रहना असंभव है। आप हिंदू, सिख और क्रिश्चियंस की कहाँ बात करेंगे ऐसे दौर में जहाँ पे मुल्ला मुनीर उस देश की पूरी सत्ता को अपनी जेब में लेके घूम रहे हैं। So this regime belongs to a mullah, and the mullah regime cannot protect any minority. So you can see in Afghanistan also, जब से मुल्ला लोग आए हैं तब से वहाँ एक भी सिंगल घर भी माइनॉरिटी का नहीं बचा है। तो इस्लाम और कोएग्जिस्टेंस, जो रेडिकल इस्लाम है, कोएग्जिस्टेंस में बिलीव नहीं करता। ये इन लोगों ने साबित किया है, ये आप और मैं नहीं कह रहे हैं।
Right. Now, somewhere I think there's some serious consideration that needs to be done, because if there is the rise of radical extremists in the neighboring regions, neighboring nations, which are tormenting minorities there, be it Hindus, Christians, Buddhists, or why shouldn't Bharat as Hindustan open its doors to these people and legalize? Is there a rethink necessary now, necessitated of the CAA Amendment Act 2019 to try and rework the time period and to ensure that West Pak Hindus or even Hindus in Bangladesh, because of the torment that they're facing, not just get citizenship on the double, but also get perhaps rights which allow them to remain, live as human beings. Because the conditions in which these refugees and these people are now living in Bharat is also largely not very, very good. We'll have to see how it pans out, but we're just putting out the story as it is and how the realities on ground are in Pakistan at this point. Thank you very much for watching this edition of The Right Stand. I thank Jay Ahuja, Gordon Das and Chidam Kumarji also. Thank you for your time. Thank you. Namaste.
This is News 18 Network. India's largest news network.
Well, shifting focus to some breaking news that's coming in. The European Union Commission President Ursula von der Leyen is going to be in India next week for the Republic Day celebrations here. And ahead of that visit, she has gone on to say that the EU will strike mother of all deals with India next week. Also adding that Europe will always choose the world and the world is ready to choose Europe. Zaka Jacob, my colleague, now joins us, getting us more details on this. But before that, let's listen in to what Ursula von der Leyen had to say.
Of 2 billion people, accounting for almost a quarter of global GDP. And crucially, that would provide a first mover advantage for Europe with one of the world's fastest growing and most dynamic continents. Europe wants to do business with the growth centers of today and the economic powerhouses of this century, from Latin America to the Indo-Pacific and far beyond. Europe will always choose the world, and the world is ready to choose Europe.
Zaka now joins us, getting us more perspective on this. Zaka, as far as the mother of all deals is concerned, any insight into what's that going to look like?
So it's the India-EU FTA. They've been negotiating this for over 10 years now. It started in 2013, and then in 2022, they got suspended because clearly there were issues in the negotiations between India and the European Union. The sticking point still seems to be around the carbon-adjusted border mechanism, whereby if you are exporting to any country within the European Union, the 27-member bloc, you have to pay a sort of a tariff, if you will. Some are calling it a non-tariff barrier, whereby it sort of mitigates some of the carbon footprint, whether it is auto companies, whether it's other companies. But I think the larger context in which Ursula has made these comments are absolutely important, because it's happening in Davos. She's speaking, just a day before Donald Trump speaks there. She's also signaling to Trump at a time when relations between Brussels and Washington is deeply frayed because of the Greenland controversy. She's signaling to Trump that, look, we have other business partners equally big, in fact, bigger than the United States in terms of a market that we're willing to do business with, and they are willing to do business with us as well. For India too, this is important, the India-EU FTA, simply because the India-US bilateral trade agreement has still not been arrived at. India still continues to pay 50% tariffs, which is one of the highest for any country in the world. So India will also be very, very keen to wrap up and conclude the FTA next week. Both Ursula von der Leyen and Antonio Costa will be the chief guests for the Republic Day, and India will want to sign that concluding agreement which seals the India-EU FTA. If for nothing else, of course, it will create a huge market. As she mentioned a moment ago, it's the mother of all deals, 2 billion plus people. It can easily be the world's biggest trade deal in terms of the size of the two markets. But at the same time, I think the importance of the India-EU FTA is doubly more so now, because it sends a signal to Trump and to Washington that, look, India has options and partners that it can choose from. the European market is comparable in terms of size and purchasing power to the United States market. So I think this will put more pressure on Trump and his negotiating team to try and iron out the differences between India and the US and to try and finally conclude that bilateral trade agreement, which has been elusive for a long time. So I think you're seeing a lot of sort of geopolitical machinations, a lot of sound bites and speeches being made. This is geopolitical signaling and strategy making, if you will, by all players. Like I said, it comes at a time of great strain. Donald Trump is complete. Hello and welcome to Brass Tacks. I'm Zaka Jacob. We're coming to you live from New Delhi. There was high drama today in the Tamil Nadu Assembly. Daggers were drawn between the governor, R.N. Ravi, and the Stalin-led DMK government. The governor